All right, and it's been a hot second since we've played, so when we get in here, I'm gonna have to fill my memory back in on all the controls.
That held him up proved hard to lift, but Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it. The ugliest man alive revealed himself to be not man, but elf, and an elven sage at that. Avallac'h, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt, then hidden her away on the Isle of Mists.
The Isle of Mists. I was close. Cookie Clat, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. All right, Isle of Mists. Get on a boat. Let's do that. I can get on a boat. All right, that's that's attack. That's dodge. Fast attack, strong attack. This are my signs. Let's put QN up. That's, nope, I want, what's the shield? Magic Trap, Ard, is it Axie? No, it's Cat, Protective Shield. Alright, and that's my shield button. Sounds good, Bones. Get you later. And then I believe when we're on a boat, we can world map to where we need to go, right? Yeah, we can fast travel to the port. I think rather than navigating the water, I'd rather walk across. Oh, I have to use a boat? Oh, it looked like it was over here. Oh, do I have to... Do I have to, like, is it like a global map change area, basically? Yeah, okay. The water travel in this game is one of the few things I'm not a huge fan of. But watch you play us on YouTube, and it's great to finally catch one live. Love this content. Thanks for the biddies, Quintivis. I appreciate it. Oh, this boat's damaged. Awkward. It'll be okay. Yeah, I'm excited to dive back into this one. We had a bunch of Runeterra hype stuff, and we didn't get a chance to get back in, and then I hurt my tongue yesterday. So, this will be... My plan is to finish the main Witcher 3 storyline, as well as the DLCs, before I touch another variety game. So I'm just going to play... For a while there, I was doing 2 games simultaneously, and that was a little bit too much for me, so we're going to just focus on one at a time from now on. Oh, you'll be asked if you're sure you want to continue. Perfect. I am in fact sure. You're nearing a crucial point in the game story. It's recommended that you save your game now in a manual save slot. Do I say okay or do I hit cancel? Oh, it's offering me a save slot. Got it. Look at that. Are you sure you want to travel to the Isle? After traveling to the Isle, some side quests will no longer be available. Recommended character level 22. I believe I'm over 22. Yeah, I figure my playthrough of this Quintivus can be for all those folks that started it but always got sidetracked and didn't do the main storyline.
Proved hard to lift, but Yennefer and the Witchers managed to do it. The ugliest man alive.
This is the thing we just watched
to be not
for
man,
the loading
but
screen,
elf, and an elven sage at that. Avalach, for this was his name, was the elven mage who had helped Ciri flee the hunt.
Yeah, I am planning to do the DLCs as well. I've heard a lot of people say the DLCs are better than most standalone games, so planning to do both of those. We are going to get Ciri from the Isle of Miss. We've accumulated our allies at the Witcher Stronghold, whose name currently escapes me. Kaer Morhen? Is it Kaer Morhen? Follow the Firefly. Ah, we Zelda now, chat. Or Link. Link's the one that technically follows the Firefly. Dropping off a sub from YouTube land. I needed your content the last 2 years. Appreciate you. Hey, stay safe out there, Ultimate Mistake. I really appreciate the 11 months. Thing just ripped a hole in our boat, chat. Hi, Cookie Claudia. Good afternoon. Welcome to Hoaglandia. I wonder what happens if our boat gets destroyed while we're following the Firefly. I wonder if we have to swim it from there. I wonder what Ciri's been doing on this island this whole time. Do you recommend Witcher 3 as someone who loves the TV show? Yeah, if you enjoy, I wonder if, or does your boat get destroyed as part of the story? Is this a scripted, we're gonna lose our boat? I think if you enjoy third-person action games, I definitely would recommend. Would definitely recommend Witcher. It's been a lot of fun. Outside of card games, this style of game is definitely my favorite, and Witcher's done a good job of it. Oh, our sword's broken. Damn it, Pass Jeff. I thought Pass Jeff had taken appropriate care of our gear. It's fine. We have a backup silver and regular sword, if I recall. You can check our inventory for repair kits. I don't think I had repair kits. Oh, maybe I do. Armor's repair kit. I have 5 repairs? I think those are only for armor though, right? Oh, it's on the sword side. Oh, that makes sense. Oh, I guess I didn't need to use the second one because it was at 90 already. Spew. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff over here, huh? What level are we at, by the way? We're at exactly 22. Okay. I thought we left ourselves at the appropriate level for this. Oh, that's not the button I wanted to press. Ah! That was the one I wanted.
Stench.
Basically, just keep our shield up as we walk around here. I expect there to be a lot of things that jump out of us. Welcome to the Isle of Good Loot. Yeah, seems like it.
Firefly stopped at the hut. I'll look inside. Locked. Anybody in there?
Is this game on OS X? Unsure. It's on every console imaginable, including Switch.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Open up.
Oh, you blew our fucking cover. Who are you? What do you want?
I'm Geralt, a witcher.
Go away!
Looking for a young woman. Ashen hair, scar on her face. Will you let me in?
No.
How many of you are in there?
Why do you need to know? You're taking a bloody census. Mind the mum's beard. Get yourselves together, lads. You there, outside the door. Geralt, that right?
Yeah, Geralt.
Listen, Geralt. Let's cut to the thick of it. We survived a shipwreck recently. Beasts from the depths ate some of my lads, and the rest of us found shelter here. Not too special, that, as dangers litter this isle, but it does go to explain why we're a wee bit distrustful.
This conversation's getting tiring. Listen, let's make a deal.
If that's a demon, it will try to dupe us now.
I'm not a demon. You don't need to fear me. Give me a chance, I'll prove it.
How do you aim to do that?
Say I find your mates. Will you believe I mean no harm?
Aye, but I'm not counting either coming too easy.
How many are there?
3. Ivo, Gaspar, and Ferenc.
This Ivo. Where do I look?
Edget insisted he'd explore the caves to the east. Tried to knock it out his head. Literally. Bugger wouldn't budge.
Gaspard. Where'll I find him?
He said it was defeatist to sit and wait to be rescued. We had to take action, or at least he did. Claimed to have spotted a lantern out to sea, so he said he'd climb the highest peak to look out for ships.
Where'd Ferenc go?
West, in search of a ship that's said to be out there.
Ferenc is handy. Thought I might fix it up. Make you see one day.
All right. See if I can't find all 3. See ya.
I'm content to understand.
Guess Ivo's the closest. We'll start there. Our shields up. Shields up. Come get some pigeons. Guess I should probably take a second to loot these, huh? Might as well. Yeah, if Steam doesn't have it on OS X, then it's not on OS X. Steam supports all operating systems at this point. Unless there's a BSD user in chat that's gonna pipe up. There's someone sitting there on top of the pillar. What's BSD? It's a form of Unix. I think OS X is actually based on BSD loosely. It's been a while since I poked at all that, though.
A man! Am I ever pleased to see you?
We're not rescuing just Siri.
Come down.
Right. I'm coming.
We're not rescuing just Siri from this island, it seems.
You know, I've one regret. That... Oh,
Dead. Damn.
What a fucking dipshit. Imagine climbing up there to survive all of this and then just like falling on your ass when someone finally comes to save you. Have a good one, Flevius. Thanks for dropping in. Just mushrooms. Flute? Maybe? Nope. Wrong ladder, Geralt. Come on. Come on, Geralt.
Begone, vile power.
Hey, wake up.
Shoo! Back to bed, Nibbles.
Wake up.
What's happening? Who are you?
I'm Geralt. Your friends asked me to find you, Ferenc, and Ivo.
I'm afeard they're dead. Some horror swarmed Ivo, saw it with my own eyes. And Ferenc, I heard him. A blood-curdling cry, then the roar of a beast.
Let's get back to the hut. I'll protect you along the way.
Shame about the lads, really, but what can you do? Come on. But I should warn you, I suffer from narcolepsy, meaning...
I know what it means. Don't worry, I'll keep you awake.
Off we go then.
I suffer from narcolepsy. Thank you for cutscening the NPC going down the ladders. Appreciate you, game. Our sword occasionally lighting things on fire is great.
It's stronger than me, I'm so sorry.
Wake up.
I'm awake. Wide awake.
Come on, keep moving.
Hey, Gnome, thank you for the 29 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me around.
Know much about this isle?
Almost nothing.
You know, it ain't on my map.
A common characteristic of enchanted islands.
You think it's enchanted?
It's the one thing I'm sure of.
That explains why there's so many shipwrecks if it's not on people's maps and they can't see it generally. That one's not dead. Good. We already played Runeterra today. What's the hut? I do Runeterra most mornings and early afternoons, and then later afternoons I do, we need to go back up the switch, right? And later afternoons I do some variety stuff. Have a good one, Clat. Thanks for dropping in today. Yeah, this game's great. I took a short break to play the Final Fantasy VII Remake, but definitely plan to finish this one up. It's been really good so far. Remember, if you're always looking for Runeterra stuff for me, you can find them on my YouTube channels. I posted a review of the newly spoiled champion as well as talked about the roadmap. That's up on my highlights channel now. And then the decks from earlier today will go up on my full archives channel this evening after I'm done with Witcher.
If you're a wee bit drowsy.
Come on, dude.
Come on, get up.
Oh, Nibbles, you's a naughty kitty, aren't you? Alright, I'm up. So, what is it brought you to this strange place?
Looking for someone.
Here?
Just kind of turned out that way.
Not too keen on talking about it, are you?
Not really.
Can't we just carry him? It's easier to just wake him up.
This place seems safe enough. Just be sure and come back. And make it quick, eh? Not that much to see here.
So is he just gonna like hang out outside? They're not gonna let him in? I guess it wants us to find the other idiot still. He sounded pretty certain that he was dead. I guess that doesn't guarantee it. Hey, Wee McGee, thank you for the 29 months, by the way. Almost missed that one. Hey, Prime's just as good as any other sub, so if you've got Prime, don't feel obligated to to spend actual dollars to support my stuff. Prime does that. Jeff Bezos' money is honestly better spent than yours. He's got plenty of it. More than most of us, at least. All of us? All of us combined? Definitely everybody in chat combined. I think Elon Musk passed him as the richest person in the world, but I doubt he watched the channel. That's true. I don't think particularly highly of Mr. Musk.
Show me what you got.
Look at that hot knife through butter. Our sword's so good. A little bit of animation sillyage there. Why am I not a fan of Mr. Musk? I don't know. See his Twitter persona and the number of awful things he said.
Too slow. One of the missing dwarves. Shame he's dead.
He's also like, you know, no one becomes a billionaire by doing ethical things and treating their employees well. People who have moral compasses don't become billionaires. At a certain point past, I don't know, let's say somewhere in the low 100 millions, maybe even mid tens of millions, you're just running up the score, and there's no need for one person to amass that amount of wealth. Your quality of life doesn't continue to increase as you amass more money past a certain point, and you're only doing it to hoard things to be selfish. People capable of empathy don't remain billionaires, even if they come into that money through an honest means.
Brought you your friend.
Sure. Let's hear him then.
Wake up.
I'm awake.
Gaspard! Stand back! I'm opening the door! Gaspard! You seem a bit muddled.
Muddled. A bit drowsy, that's all.
What of the others?
Found one near a monster's den. He was already dead, sadly. Saw another fall from a cliff. Broke his neck.
Shit. Raverick told me to have an eye on the snot. 'Twas his nephew. Thanks for helping, and sorry I didn't trust you.
Oh, everything's gone wrong. What'll we do now?
Got a boat. You can leave with me, but I need to find someone first.
There's no way all these people are fitting on our piece of crap boat.
Yes.
Oh, dreadful sorry.
What do you mean?
She's cold. Spirits left her.
Must have passed shortly before we found her.
Let's wait by the boat.
Wonder how long she'd been here for. Definitely looks dead. Eight dwarves, including the dead ones. Not quite Snow White. Hey, it's Tinkerbell, chat. Is that her soul? Hello, lovely wife. You're the best. Soul Alphys. She's got spirit, yes she do. PlayStation game, so.
I wanted you to mute it.
Oh, you want me to mute it?
Guess not all of Vesemir's teachings have receded into oblivion.
A witcher can forget to eat, to drink, to breathe even. But a witcher never ever forgets to care for his blade.
Yeah, I used to repeat that incessantly. Never tired of doing it either.
What creature was it?
Huh? Creature?
One that gave you the scar over your left eye. It's new. I don't remember it.
Souvenir from the Cockatrice of Spala. Another addition to the collection. Nothing special. Yours has healed beautifully, though.
Avallac'h. He prepared some special ointments for me. But that was before the curse gripped him. Wonder where he is now.
We lifted the curse. He's at Kaer Morhen, waiting for you.
Are you serious? You must be. You'd not jest about something like that. A nice thing to wake up to.
You trust him?
Avallac'h? He's not let me down to date. Not once.
Why exactly is Avallac'h helping you? Sages have never been fond of humans.
He doesn't do it for me. It's about my power. As if it could ever be about anything else. Avallac'h tried to teach me how to control my ability. He was also making sure I didn't fall into Eredin's hands.
What's Eredin after? What's he want from you?
What everyone wants. Control of my powers. His homeworld faces annihilation. Eredin's decided to invade ours. Brilliant, wouldn't you say? Can't achieve much on his own, so he needs to bring an army. Except his navigators can't possibly move him and thousands of NL between planes. Their abilities won't allow it.
Whereas yours will.
Exactly. And if I die in the process, well, that's a necessary sacrifice.
Afternoon barcode.
How'd you ever start traveling with Avallac'h?
As soon as I'd left you and Yen on the Isle of Avalon, I found myself pursued. Eredin and his Red Riders were on my heels. I fled through many worlds, many times. They came very close to catching me once. It was then that Avallac'h appeared, out of nowhere. He found a portal, and took us to a world where Eredin couldn't find us for, oh, perhaps half a year.
So why'd you return?
I thought the hunt had lost my scent for good. I thought I was safe. Besides, I wanted to find you. You and Yennefer.
You were looking for us. We were looking for you. Times I thought you were just a step away.
Yeah, the soundtrack in this game is really well done.
Felt like I was going around in circles.
I'm not surprised. There were times I fled pell-mell headfirst and forward.
How'd you wind up here? What happened?
Last I remember, I was on the Skellige shore, arguing with Avallac'h. He wanted to take me somewhere safe. After that, nothing but dreams.
We should go. Got a boat on the beach. Once we land, we'll head for Kaer Morhen, on horseback.
Right. Conventional means of travel. They're just better. Though a portal would be quicker.
And draw Eredin to us immediately. Rather not risk it. Besides, I hate portals.
Or Geralt.
Damn.
The dwarves took our boat.
Listen, we gotta think of a way to...
Uh-oh. Time to portal, chat.
Get us out of here.
They'll know where we've gone. They'll know how to find me.
They already do. Ciri, take us home.
We got a trophy, chat. We're a real gamer. Howdy, Alistair. Good afternoon. Happy Friday. Oh, do you think she's worried about us, chat? She's pacing up there. Thank you. She's mad she doesn't have anybody to boss around. Yennefer is nice, chat. Be nice to Yennefer.
Welcome back, child.
Ciri! My, you've grown beautiful.
No point standing around. Come on, time to greet the others.
You ever heard Yen excited for anything?
Any of you.
Fair.
All just like I remembered.
I've done some side quests, enough to stay at the recommended level for the main quest.
Little sis.
Because my playthrough is 55 plus hours in and I don't think I'm this far. Yeah, I haven't done, I don't get distracted too much.
Everyone you asked for help. Avallac'h's resting in the tower, still in pretty bad shape. No reason to do it out here. Come inside.
I don't remember finding Triss. She wasn't one of the people we rounded up. We're with Yennefer in this playthrough.
Time's short. Wild Hunt will be here soon.
Maybe I'll give you two a moment.
Triss, please.
No, you must have missed each other terribly. A minute's delay won't hurt anyone.
Fine. So, a minute, then we go? Alright?
We'll find out why Triss is here soon.
This is just a little awkward.
45 seconds.
Huh?
We've 45 seconds left. Well, 30 now. And then we throw the gauntlet at the Wild Hunt. So I beg you, use these seconds well.
Yen, I adore you.
No points for creativity, but for your candor.
Geralt's not very creative, Yen. Cut him some slack.
Time to go.
Yen, you know the Wild Hunt better than anyone else. Tell us about the magic they use.
Their navigators open portals, rifts that we might counter with Dimeritium or our own magic. They also summon the frost that occupies the voids through which they travel.
There's just not enough of us. It'll be a hard fight.
Ha! You found her. They told me the hunt was after her, that those buggers might burst in uninvited. So I've made a Mahakaman mix. When this plowing blows, it'll be bits and pieces, nothing more.
So, this is a third-person action RPG as opposed to the Elder Scrolls games are generally first-person. I guess you could kind of play them over the shoulder. And the other big difference is you don't create the protagonist that you're playing in this game. You're playing specifically Geralt. So, you have some choices in how you build Geralt in terms of skills and how you fight with him, but you can't, like, pick your race and your class and stuff like that. You're always Geralt the Witcher. But past that, the way you play through the game, it is an open-world RPG similar to Elder Scrolls. If you enjoy the Elder Scrolls titles, you would like this game a lot. Would be my estimation.
You're here.
What the hell's better about flaming arrows anyway?
They set things alight.
Yeah, this and if you made me pick between this and Horizon Zero Dawn, I think I'd put Horizon Zero Dawn slightly higher up because the combat in Horizon Zero Dawn is more engaging. But in terms of story writing, both this and Zero Dawn are both very well done.
An illusion.
Greetings, Geralt. If I'm to die today, I wish to look smashing for the occasion.
Get everybody together. Time to talk.
We don't quite have an army, but we've got a good group of people. Got a few mages, some other warriors, some other witchers. We'll see if this old castle can hold up, chat.
Thank you for coming. The Wild Hunt will be here soon. They're coming for Ciri. Want to take her? We'll stop them.
How do you even know the Hunt will show?
They always know where I teleport to, and they move from place to place in an instant.
So what's our plan?
There aren't many of us, but I'd trust any of you with my life. Work together and we'll defeat the Hunt. When they attack, Yen will dome the fortress with a magic shield. Hunt will be forced to land outside the walls.
If they're dispersed out in the woods, we could hunt down small groups of riders.
Got our first volunteer for the hunting party. I'm the second.
The Hunt will try to penetrate into the fortress through navigator portals. I can do nothing against this kind of magic, so you'll need to find and close as many as you can while hunting in the woods.
Lambert will make us dimeridium bombs. Remember the formula?
Of course.
Excellent. Erden should work on the portals as well. I shall also give you each an amulet. Snap them in half and you'll become invisible, at least while you remain still or move slowly. Move abruptly, engage any foes, clash with them, and they will see you. Apart from that, they will be able to hear you and smell you. If you come across a large unit, do not attack. Signal Triss and she will provide support.
I'll look for your signal. Soon as I see it, I'll rain fire on the forest.
Remember, there's only a few of us. We have to help each other, work together. If anything goes wrong and the Hunt puts us on the defensive, we pull back, make a stand at the gates of the fortress. The inner courtyard is our last line of defense. If we don't stop them there, we're doomed. Ciri's most important in all of this. The Hunt's after her, and we have to defend her at all costs.
What do I do?
Stay inside the keep. If they break through, come inside. We'll all converge to help you.
Out of the question. I can look after myself.
No one doubts that, child. But remember the most important moment when hunting a monster?
Wait for an opportunity.
After the council, I'll give you an amulet. If you use it, a ball of fire will land where you're standing, just in case.
Letho only shows up if you take certain actions in a Game 2 save. Oh, that's interesting. So it would depend on how we answered those questions earlier then.
What else do we have that we can use?
Since you plan to ambush the Hunt in the woods, I could dig some trapping pits, Blue Stripe style.
Meaning?
Deep as the dark abyss, bottoms bristling with sharpened stakes.
I brought this Mahakaman mix. Flammable as bone-dry saltpeter and ploughing sticks to anything. We fill some barrels, stack them in a narrow passage, and fire them up at an opportune moment.
You know, we stand on a vast deposit of gas. If need be, I could open cracks in the earth, create explosions. I would need to prepare, though.
There's the laboratory and the workshop.
One thing to remember, we've got limited resources and even less time. We ought to decide what kind of weaponry will be most useful against the
Senna,
Hunt.
thanks for the follow.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the channel.
We need to assign one type of weaponry each to the lab and workshop.
Who needs access to the lab?
I started brewing some potions. Like to finish, if you don't mind.
I could prepare more of those Witcher's traps, but I'd need all the lab equipment.
There aren't many of us, so we'll need to prepare as many traps as possible.
Let's talk about the workshop. Been wanting to fix that breach in the wall, but we'll need the same tools to clear the rubble from the armory.
Rubble?
Haven't you heard? Roof caved in a couple of years back. There's some excellent swords in there. Swords we could use.
Filling in the breach seems just as important. They come through there, the siege will be over awfully quick.
Fixing the breach in the wall's a priority.
We won't have time to do much else. Everything settled?
Yes, settled. We don't have much time, so let's get to work.
Let's sum up. Yennefer will create a magic barrier to repel the main assault. That should push the opposing force into the woods, where Lambert and Geralt will be waiting. They'll use Dimeridium to close the Navigator's portals, stop as many warriors as possible from entering the fortress. Triss will be waiting for their signal, then give the Riders hell. All others will repel any foes who make it inside the fortress walls.
If anything goes wrong, we abandon the outer courtyard, pull back to the keep. Remember, Eredin can't get his hands on Ciri. That's most important. Let's look at the map of the fortress, figure out the details. Can't help feeling we've overlooked something important.
Don't think about it.
What's ready?
Haven't had much time to prepare, so not much, honestly.
I'm exposing you all to danger, unnecessarily.
You worry too much. Wipe that frown off your face, we'll make it.
Thanks for everything.
I'll saddle the horses. Come once you're ready to head into the woods.
Ready to saddle up, chip? Oh, there's a what's it called? A whetstone here? Sure.
Long, lonely winters breed some pretty strange ideas.
Items have been enhanced. Nailed it. Inventory, 98%, 73%, 81, 96. Is there someone in here that repairs my stuff? I saw Tom mention I could reset my skill points. I don't think I need to do that, though. I think I'm pretty happy with how our build is.
Got a minute?
Serious talk coming.
They're after you. No matter what happens, you can't put yourself in danger.
Want me to sit and wait while others risk their lives for me?
Listen to me this once. Don't take matters into your own hands.
Don't treat me like a child.
Didn't even do that when you were one.
I like it when you smile. Come here.
Aww.
Everything will be all right.
Here's hoping. Where is... Alright, shit. Here we go. There's that cold air.
See that? It's starting. Woods, now.
How's it going, Stormbreath Dragon's going well. It's a good thing Garrett looks extra hot in his armor to counteract the cold. here. Come on, Yen, you can do it. Shields up. It is Dolomite.
Gonna have to thank Yen once this is all over. That spell, really something. And the invisibility.
Hounds could sniff you out, so don't get too close. And you'll be visible as soon as you start fighting. Remember that. Good work with these bombs, by the way.
Aim at the portals. Be precise. I'm out of Dimeridium.
Yen mentioned casting the Erden at the rifts. Said the sign could seal them.
They're here. Time to say hello.
Slow down. Element of surprise is key. Stay hidden. Give Triss a chance to show them what she can do. Then we'll hit them.
Next time you get the feeling I'm about to piss off Marigold, make sure and knock me upside the head.
Are the Yildred signed to close the portals?
Roach's pits. Couldn't have asked for anything more perfect.
Are you kidding? We're lucky we didn't fall in.
Relax. Roach is good at this kind of warfare. Powers won't collapse under our weight. Roach ready in full plate. That's another story.
Danon, thanks for the 29 months. Welcome back. You could close them. You could close them with the sign too. That's interesting. What your Yildred sign? Much coincidence I've played? Absolutely none.
Not that I don't trust this invisibility shit. We should keep our distance from this creature.
Trying to close the portal, and we threw it over there instead. Chad Chick, thank you for the 10 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Danon, good afternoon. Hope everybody's Friday is going well. We are getting ready to head into the final, well, we're in the final battle in the main storyline of Witcher 3 here. Yeah, it keeps defaulting to throwing at the enemy. I'll have to make sure I kill all the enemies next time first.
Geralt?
He named them manually. Yeah, I think you're correct. If I don't do that, it defaults to throwing them at the enemies, though.
Show me what you got.
Good night.
Keep coming. Problem solved.
Geralt, come here! Look, they're regrouping.
See the commander? Name's
Oh, I have a skill point?
I remember him from back when I rode with the hunt.
Damn it. Spell's waning. We're becoming visible. What's with Marigold?
Shit.
Damn it, Siri.
You were meant to wait inside.
I refuse to sit idle while you risk your lives for me.
Back inside!
No! Geralt gave the signal from the woods and Triss hasn't cast the spell.
Damn it! All right, run to her.
At least he had no key landing.
Double chase! City! Watch out!
The longer you hold the button, the greater area of effect of your attack. Press R1 to call in a fireball. It will strike your current location. Your new inventory prepared by using the appropriate slots inventory menu and pressing quick attack from the menu. Why do I not have a dodge? Didn't she have a dodge? Or like a jump behind or something? Okay. Looks like we got through. I thought the shield was supposed to keep those portals from appearing inside. Man, that ground as they go.
Geralt!
Thanks, Triss.
Head back.
They're elves with edgy armor.
The spell is waiting. Blizzard's almost at the fortress.
Faster, Rogue.
Don't stop! Marigold will shield us.
Ride, Roach, ride!
It took him out.
Imlerith? Doubt it.
Large detachment approaching from the woods.
We need to close the gate before they get inside.
Cut off the courtyard! Shut the gate!
Where am I supposed to go?
Gate, damn it! Shut the gate!
Am I supposed to go up and around? Yeah, looks like it.
Close the damn gate! The gate, damn it! Shut the gate!
La da na.
Couple of skill points, shit. Yeah, having spellcasters is great. Critical hit by 8% and fast critical hit damage by 60%. Yeah, let's just dump into here. If you don't convince her to come, does he die there? I don't know, it's a good question.
Without me, would you? Come now, admit it.
Lambert, damn it! Stay with us! We gotta pull back! Yennefer's strength is waning! We gotta pull back! Heads up!
Well, that's one way to close the inside courtyard. Yildren sign always works. Go near it and cast the Yildren sign.
Fall back! Through the gate! Into the courtyard!
Wow. Not a second too soon. Back to position.
Where's Eskel?
Damn it! We agreed he'd open that gate.
Hasn't done it yet.
Our alternative path spoilers, okay. Yeah, I'm not going to do another playthrough, so... Other choices that I'm not going to get to because I've already made them are fine here. Letho is not around.
Things were looking shaky.
We had to fall back. They tried to get in through the main gate. I'm afraid they could succeed next time.
What's with Eskel? We have to retreat. He's in trouble. I'm going to help him. Remember the stone I gave you.
The mid-combat teleport. It's a little brutal.
See, I can do it too.
Set your act. Thank you.
We have to open the gate for them.
If you held down the R2 trigger suit, I have not.
We have to open the gate for them.
Eskel's open the gate! We can retreat beyond it! Fall back!
You're not supposed to be out here.
Too late now.
They're coming in through the gaps! Time iridium bombs. You'll find more in the crates by the walls.
Geralt, hold them back. I must form a circle of vitality.
Gotta close the portals. If we don't, we die.
Not close enough? Uh-oh. Cool.
On my way.
Why no Swallow equipped? I don't know what Swallow does. It's not something we've used in this playthrough. Uakuni, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Oh, healing potion. Yeah, I haven't really played with the alchemy at all. Yeah, the food perk and shield have been fine. I probably should have repaired my sword, huh? Well, that's cheating.
Come.
Where is he?
Can we technically repair mid-combat?
Shan't escape me this time.
No, they're gonna kill him!
She'll not abandon you. You humans. hopes are so impractical.
Ciri, no! I forbid you! You always were an unruly child. I adored that about you. Now fly!
Is she about to go nuclear here? Feels like she's about to go nuclear, chat. Why they want her, right? You never mess with a troubled child father's figure. You got 3 levels out of all that. Look at that. And frosty reception. Poor Uncle Vesemir. Afternoon, Cynical.
I was too late to help him.
It's not your fault.
I should not have fled here to Kaer Morhen.
Avallac'h is weak, but alive. Triss is tending to the others.
I nearly killed you. Killed everyone.
We'd all be dead if not for you.
No, Geralt. The hunt would never have come to Kaer Morhen if I wasn't here.
Vesemir's funeral. We should prepare.
That can't be the end, right? Like the big bad Mamma Jamma is still out there, and she's still here. Midnight. It's hidden behind my camera, so I'm reading it to you all. There's more? Okay. We're not quite at the end of the main game. Witcher is becoming a more and more rare occurrence with Vesemir passing. Good string instrumental. Geralt's very clearly got some emotions here. All of them do.
Don't blame yourself. No Witcher's ever died in his own bed.
You don't know how it is to see someone you love die. Because of you. For you.
We all knew what we were signing up for.
Yes. And you saved me. For how long? A week? A month?
We'll hide you. Cover your tracks.
No. I will flee no more.
I think it's time to take the fight to them, chat.
Varthael. For those who remain, death should never take precedence over life. Pay your last respects to your friend. Then we must hold council.
He's not wrong. He's just a touch callous. Law updates. Alright, I'm not done for the day. I'm going to play for probably another hour and a half or so, but I need to go to the restroom really quick. BRB. Yeah, the elves come off as very cold in this game. We've got another skill point here. This is maxed out. I need 7 more in here. Spinning attack strikes all foes. I just need more into this area. Strong attack, crit chance. Strong attack damage. I'm going to max this one out next. Just make our sword attacks. I'm going to alternate those anyways. Is there someone in the keep that can repair my sword? Or should I,
immense amounts of the power. Why has no one taught her to control this?
Actually, some did teach her.
Clearly to no effect.
I'll gladly argue with you about this some other time.
Or should I repair my sword now with my my repair kit? Journeyman, amateurs.
Haven't had a chance to talk. Thanks for your help. And for looking after Ciri.
You will thank me later. Now we must take Zirael from here, hide her, and then gather a greater force.
Anyone, everyone we could count on came here to Kaer Morhen.
Which is why we must seek the help of enemies. Magic is our best defense against the Hunt. We need sorceresses. Archmistresses of magic.
You mean the Lodge?
It is, Drex.
Many of the Lodge's members are dead. The rest are in hiding.
Philippa Eilhart, Margarita Loantil, and Fringilla Vigo are likely still alive.
And Francesca? And Ida? Think they'd agree?
I think they'll take convincing. Would you rather speak to Kira alone?
That would probably be best.
Don't trust the Lodge one bit. But doesn't seem like we have a choice.
Because we don't. I've made an agreement with the Emperor. In exchange for its help, the Lodge will be granted amnesty and find asylum in Nilfgaard. That will be our bargaining chip. Triss, I wish to leave today to find the sorceresses. Will you help me?
Of course. Even got an idea where you could start.
Damn it! Again you planned without even asking what I think. I've had enough of this. I won't be taken somewhere like a bundle. I will not sit and twiddle my thumbs. I am sick of waiting, sick of hiding.
To be fair, this is just the PlayStation 4 version running on the PS5 Septi. They're planning to do a remastered version that I assume would be like the higher res versions from the PC on here. But I prefer playing with a gamepad anyways, so I don't know. I think the graphics look pretty reasonable, but yeah, this is just like straight up, the PS5 is backwards compatible with all PS4 titles, so this doesn't have anything special for the PS5. It's just the straight last-gen console version running on this.
You're right. Prove today you can take care of yourself.
Easier to pat someone on the back and hope things will work out than it is to face the truth. Zirael possesses a great power she cannot control. She is a danger to herself, to others. Until she learns to control it, she should remain isolated.
First of all, bollocks. Second, if you're going to speak of courage, at least address me directly, and not through Geralt. I'm gone.
Two more months. My dedication to you will be my longest relationship. Thanks for the 22 months, Drax. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I mean, to be fair, though, I'm sure consoles tend to get some optimizations that just aren't possible on PC because of the hardware standardization, but I also kind of feel like we've gotten to this point where, like, what's the line I would draw? Like, Infamous Second Son, for example, where, like, the graphics on a game like that, even that it's 5 to 6 years old at this point, versus, like, things that are brand new, I personally don't feel like I gained that much more from the level of difference. Like, if you go way far back, like shit like Morrowind, that obviously looks very bad, but like even this, I think this game looks very reasonable, having played newer titles on my high-end PC as well.
Better go after her.
Wait, she needs time. We must let her resolve her grief on her own. Then we should start training as soon as possible. She must learn to control her abilities.
This training really necessary?
You saw what happened. She could be a greater threat than the Hunt.
Fine. We'll stay here a while longer, then join you and Triss in Novigrad. Meet at Dandelion's Inn.
Come on, Yen. The sooner we leave, the better.
See ya.
Billy, thank you for the 5 months. The 10 months, 5 in a row. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Yeah, honestly, the biggest reason I got the PS5 over getting a second PC for a dual PC streaming setup for these other games is because having every game I pick up guaranteed to work well with the controller was ideal. Non-Steam games, even some Steam games, can be hit or miss with controller support on the PC.
It's not working, don't you see?
Discouraged after a mere 8 attempts? Cyril,
How many times must I try?
as many as it takes.
But I'm not getting anywhere.
We shall return to this later.
Didn't make it far first time out on the gauntlet either.
Geralt, please, not now. By comparison, the gauntlet was a walk in the park. But that's not the point.
What is?
Avallac'h says nothing will come of this until I stop thinking about the battle. But at the moment, I find it impossible to fill my head with kittens and vanilla pudding. Tell me, how do you do it?
What?
Always manage to pull yourself together.
Yeah, who knows how long that'll take though, Monty?
matter
Especially with
what's happening.
Cyberpunk still being a disaster.
Don't know about vanilla pudding. Could work. But nothing picks me up like Lambert's famous homebrew.
Suppose it can't kill me. Might as well try.
The time choices like that are tough. A lot of the time I'm like reading chat or responding to something when they come up and I have to like click real. I like have less choice than others.
That's strong.
Maybe you ought to try a different method.
We've tried at least 20.
Wouldn't let it worry you. Not like
Hey,
you
but
need
you
to
can't be
excel
in here
at
for this
everything.
game. I love you. This is an
You're
adult
great with
game.
a sword, an excellent archer. Leave the magic to mages.
Yeah. Pull me another.
Yeah, I plan to do a Cyberpunk playthrough on the PS5 here when they release the next-gen console version.
Geralt. Geralt. Wake up.
What? What's happening?
Get up. We must go. I've saddled the horses.
Ciri, it's the crack of dawn. Where do you want to go?
To Velen. Bald Mountain. But a few days till the Witch's Sabbath. And guess who's the guest of honor?
Okay. Go ahead. Oh, is it in this one here? Hold on. Yeah, you're right. It's in this one. There you go. Go have fun. Yeah, it should be. There you go. Have fun.
Dunno. Enlighten me.
Imlerith. We'll have no better chance to get him.
Where'd you get this idea? What's gotten into you?
I must avenge Vesemir. The Sabbath. It's the perfect opportunity. Imlerith will be drunk among his cohorts, caught up in the revelry. He'll not expect the blow.
Why do I doubt Avalak's a fan of this idea?
Do you see him here? I left him a letter. We'll rejoin him in Novigrad. Come. We shall talk on the way.
Lead on.
Ready?
Let's go.
After the Battle of Kaer Morhen, the defenders licked their wounds and mourned their losses, save Ciri, who began to plan her revenge. She woke Geralt one night and urged him to travel with her to Velen, to the top of Bald Mountain, where she knew she'd find Imlerith. She had decided he had to die.
Take the fight to them, chap.
The men at Crow's Perch, they spoke of this place. Ard Serbin, home of the Ladies of the Wood. The peasants feared coming here, and the Baron thought the Ladies of the Wood a terrifying tale for naughty children. Incidentally, I wonder how the Baron is.
He found his wife, took her away, somewhere far. Anna, she was unwell.
A true shame.
We stand to find Imlerith here? You sure?
Avalok told me of beings who commune with the NL Elves. They can be found in every part of our world. In Velen, the Crones do this. Apparently, Imlerith came here at Eredin's behest, to order the Crones to keep their eyes open and ears pricked, in case Avalok were to seek shelter in his Velen hideout.
Took the order literally, judging by all the ears hanging in the woods. Think Imlerith might still be here?
He craves the pleasures of the flesh, wine, sex. The Crones indulge him, flatter his ego. I'm certain he'd not let this opportunity pass, and will be on Bull Mountain for the Sabbath.
Let's get this done.
We must reach the peak. We'll find Imlerith there. The peasant folk of Velen call this night the Feast of Gifts. I've no idea why.
Loads of footprints. Crowd of peasants came through here.
Avalok claims vanity is Imlerith's greatest weakness.
Vanity?
Any foe he faces, he strives to impress. The other one, Caranthir, is said to be secretive and pragmatic. Hardly surprising, given he was Avalok's student.
I like how we still have our food bonus going from the battle earlier.
Should I shoot? The White One once served the ladies.
But he's an elf.
Let them approach.
But
they've come for the feast. Wouldn't do to cast them out.
Didn't come to celebrate. We need to get to the top of the mountain.
The gate is shut. You'll not pass. But we've fires down that away, with food and drink aplenty. Sit down beside one, and perhaps this year the ladies will descend. Give us the privilege of seeing them.
for the invitation. Be glad to sit down, right?
Speak for yourself.
Come with me.
I wouldn't mind getting to kill the crones. They're pretty big bad evil last time we were through here.
Mentioned a gate. Said we wouldn't pass.
Only the chosen visit the ladies. Every year, young lads and lasses climb the mount, but never more than 3.
Let me guess. The young lads and lasses don't return.
No, they return happy and radiant. But rare is the one who then stays in Velen. Off they go to seek fortune in the wider world.
Ladies of the Wood visit you?
If they favor us.
Hey,
My
Bill.
father told me
Thank
they
you for the very
descend
generous tier 3. I really appreciate that.
Passed from fire to fire.
Thank you for the support.
Listening to hopes and grievances.
Tier 3s get to submit a deck every month when they re-up.
We
If
wait
you have
for
something
them
you'd like to
walk
see played, be
amongst
sure to
us
drop it
once
through the form on my
more.
website. I appreciate that.
Haven't done it in a long time then.
No point waiting to see if we'll get lucky.
Yeah, we gotta try to reach the peak. We should be going.
Eager to see the ladies. I share your yearning.
We're afire with yearning. Come, Geralt. We must get there before daybreak.
Go to the tent and stand before Thekla. She's the one who decides who's worthy to face the ladies.
Prepare for it. For it too prepares for you. Drove it not off with
Oh, hey, there's a blacksmith.
Yeah? Let me see what you're offering.
I would, in fact, like some repairs. Thank you. I can probably sell some of these. Thanks, Bill. I appreciate it. It's just the right thing to do, right? I was honestly taken a little bit aback by that person. Like, usually when you ask someone who claims to be conservative to, explain their beliefs to you, they don't jump right to being that awful. Usually there's, like, a little bit of a middle ground. There's definitely one of those, like, yep. Do we get a better bow? Death from above. A lot of these are worse damage than what I already have. Me playing the Rune King when it comes out as a variety game? Yeah, probably, Kivo. I like the League of Legends IP in general. This is a silver sword. This is a silver sword. And these ones I have here, these are all extra, right? These are not my current sword that's equipped. Okay. I like keeping one extra of each, just in case. You can L2 to compare them with your current. Oh, yeah. Okay, the feline has like a set bonus. Item must be upgraded to Grandmaster to unlock. Oh, that doesn't happen yet. That's fine, but I can make my current set sword better, right? The merchant does not have enough coin to buy this item. Oh, that's a thing. Sure. All right. I think it was at the end of the second expedition video.
For a hard winter. Hope gets plenty, don't be fret.
Ladies, merciful ladies. My grandson, give him health.
Which was also a good expedition run. We ended up with like 4 Jinx and 2 University of Piltover.
A child.
No, a godling. I know him. Name's Johnny.
Well, old B, you're back. And I see you found your lass. I'm Johnny. We've had the pleasure already. A bit one-sided though it was.
Okay, I will help you
See,
on the
I
working
saw
time, okay?
you running. Your back to me as I was having the pleasure of. Tis a long story.
3.5
Call me
hours.
Siri. Nice to meet you.
How are things, Johnny?
Health's good, so no complaints. What brings you here?
We gotta climb the mountain. Can you help?
I'd rather try to dissuade you, but I'm certain that would be in vain. The lass, she as stubborn as you?
Even more so.
Figured as much. Oh, path to the peak starts there, past the gate. But only old Thekla's got the key, so since you shan't ever get it, you best turn back now.
Hey, Dietzel, thank you very much for dropping off the Prime. I wouldn't be here without folks like you. Hope your Friday's going well. Hopefully your meetings aren't endless.
The key. Why do you doubt we can get it?
Good grief, you're worse than children. 3 souls are allowed atop the mountain, and only strapping young lads or comely lasses among them. They get the key, open the gate, and meet the ladies.
I believe I qualify.
But he's old and ugly. What good is he?
Pretty damn good at finding lost voices.
Then go find the voice of reason. It'll tell you to turn back. There's no fooling with the ladies.
That's okay, Geralt. I'm old and ugly too.
Gotta get to the summit. Simple as that.
It's Thekla you'll need to convince. She's blind as your bum, but she won't be fooled.
We shan't try to trick her.
She sits in that tent over yonder. I wish you luck, and do hope we meet again, someday. Moons are rising, owls hoot, fire.
That's it.
One night we get to fill our bellies to the brim. None of thee is worthy.
It's clearing up.
Who's that? Well, come on, come closer, girl. Aye. What's she like?
Narrow hips, sparkly eyes, a striking feisty lass.
Never had a man. Never mind. Got me answer. I choose you, girl. This night you shall see the ladies.
Ciri?
Wonderful. Who wouldn't want to meet the ladies? My companion comes with me.
What else has the cat dragged in?
It's grey and veiny, got a scar, and eyes like a viper.
Aye. Stinks of clotted blood and corpses. Plus it's old and infertile. I reject ye, freak. The girl will ascend alone.
You misjudged me. I'm worthy as anyone.
Girl?
He's sprier than any youth. Only smells like corpses because he kills monsters. And he'll kill any who stand in his way.
Perhaps I was mistaken. Perhaps there's life in him yet. By ancient right you may appeal my choice. But to do so you must best the challenge.
What kind of challenge?
Tell him.
You must descend into the cave and bathe in the waters below the earth.
What's the catch?
The water's deep. The water's murky.
I accept the challenge.
Sufiane, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel.
Come. Look this over. A coin from days of yore. Falker burns on its reverse, so they call it the Defiers Oran. Now, bring me the coin. Something's afoot. Something's nigh.
Bring me the coin. How do I assign... Perfect. Ah. There's monsters in the water, chat. Geralt's got quite the breath, chat. That's why the ladies love him.
Great.
Come on. Come get some. Oh, alright. He just wants to say hi, apparently.
I was beginning to worry. Come, let's get the key.
Something's afoot. Something's nigh. They're back. What do you want?
Got that coin you tossed in the lake.
It reeks of sludge.
Nothing I can do about that. So, gonna keep your word?
I always do, my boy. Show the coin to the gatekeeper past the threshold. He'll know its meaning. Marika will open the gate for you. Now go!
Went smoothly.
Weren't the one to do the diving in that cave.
Stop lying. You're a witcher. You've dived in Malfia waters.
Yeah, I have to tell you about the time I hunted a Zoogle.
How many like come down to us this year?
Something's nigh.
Something's afoot, chat. Something's nigh.
What's your name, girl?
What's yours?
Your name don't matter. Atop the peak, you'll lose it and get another. You may go. And you?
I passed the trial. Here's proof. Recognize it?
The Defiers, Orin. A death sentence.
Oh, that's nice. How? Ugly piece of garbage.
One tough son of a bitch.
We've no time to lose. I'll tend to Imlerith, you take the crones. Avalark said they dwell below the oak, among its roots.
No chance. I'm going after Imlerith.
Fine, let's play for it. Rock, paper, scissors. Damn it! 2 out of 3!
Imlerith's a bigger threat than the Crones. I should face him.
I'm no worse a fighter than you.
We both know that's not true. Listen to me this once.
But...
No buts.
Fine. Be careful.
You too.
I must get down there.
Yeah, what's going on, Tom? I think this is the... Probably finish up this quest line and then call it a day.
Oh, hell. I guess I must jump.
Ah, water movement. The bane of this game. Not much of it, thank goodness.
Mon.
How was he?
He lived a life of love and knew no bitterness. Yum, yum.
Now I'm gonna do the DLCs as well. Bye-bye. That's quite the scene. Good lord. This scene's NSFW for a variety of reasons, shit. I think they just hit everything in your content warning at once. They did. They did.
Welcome, child of the Elder Blood. We knew you would return.
Your taste lingers on our tongues.
You've talked enough.
You will die! Here! Naughty, naughty girl! You'll regret that. You die tonight. Naughty, naughty girl!
Damn it.
You will die here now.
Damn it. I'm really bad at series combat. I played the thing 2 times. I never said. Yeah, someone. It must not inform me about it very well. Someone else told me about it during the last combat. Schwang2, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the channel. We did die right there right now. Yeah, I probably need to try and focus down on the controller. It's R2. Yeah, it's just very different, especially coming from the food buff with Geralt and shields. Like, a lot of the combat with Geralt I get through by utilizing
I must get down there.
the shields. Oh god, I have to roll back to here? Dang it. Alright, well I guess we'll make a point to save next time. Hey, Pimped Up Monk, thank you for the 40 months. That is an absurdly long time. You keeping me around? Yes, bud. Okay, I will help you after I'm done working today. I need you to go back out, please. 2.5 hours, buddy. Okay, you need to go out of my office now, please. Out. Out.
Welcome, child of the Elder Blood.
Yeah, that actually wasn't that far to walk through.
Your take.
You've naughty, naughty girl.
Yeah, like, good golly.
You die. Naughty, naughty girl. She must be punished.
Oh, that was a spew.
You die tonight.
Alright, that one's dead.
You die tonight. Naughty, naughty girl.
Alright, we're keeping our health total up here at least.
You will die. Here, now. You die tonight.
Damn it. The mobility on these two is annoying.
You will die. Here, now.
Damn it, stupid birds. Alright. Second time. First time, chat. First time. I'm really glad we got to kill them. They were really awful earlier in the game. That's very satisfying. Really disgusting creatures.
Damn it.
She got away.
Imlerith's at the summit. Gotta be.
Moment when Ciri kills all the night hags and my D&D party struggled to kill one.
Place of power. Should draw from it.
Damn it, Geralt. Wrong button. There are only 3. Skill point, you say? I'm boring and I'm just dumping them into being able to hack and slash things better. Like some satyr shit.
The sisters said you would come. They saw you arrive in the water's surface. They did not see the girl. But she is with you, is she not?
I'm here alone.
A lie which will change nothing. First you, then her.
I mean, he's a big boy, Chet. Well, that wasn't the button I wanted to press. That's the L2. Oh, I didn't have my food shield on yet.
How long you gonna make me wait?
Oh look, we took the ice off him, Chet. Seemed to work on him. I guess is unsurprising. Fall off the mountain here, huh? Oh, he's pissed, chat. Oh, he's pissed and he hurts. Whoa, Geralt, move, Geralt, move! Ah, damn it. Alright, choose the charm for all of these, right? Well, poop. I wonder if I'm at the level for this quest. I didn't look at that when we went through the dialogues. Probably. We're at 25 or 26. This is where your playthrough ended? I mean, I can always scale the difficulty down if we die a bunch here. We're playing at the not quite the hardest, but the second hardest. I don't mind scaling it down to get through a bullet sponge fight.
Imlerith's at the summit. Gotta be. Place of power. Should draw from it.
What's going on, Bun Bun? Yeah, I've been doing, I haven't done a ton this week, but we just finished up the Final Fantasy VII playthrough. We've been doing, a bunch of different story-driven variety stuff. I plan to do the DLC in this, in addition to the main storyline here, once we get done with it. So the bald guy lives on Bald Mountain. He does, doesn't he?
The sisters said you... They did not see the girl. But she is with you.
Oh, we can answer different this time.
Yeah, we're both here.
Where is the girl?
Doesn't matter. You'll never get her.
You fall to the bitter end.
I trust this time will be no different.
Oh, he has more respect for us because we didn't lie to him. Oh, I didn't have my food shield up, right? Well, this is going a bit worse than last time. The place of power is on the map, but I couldn't find it. That's funny. Swims. A Fellows reveal video is 54 minutes. I thought mine was long at I think I have 12. I posted mine at 12, and I thought that was a bit much.
Damn, you're ugly.
That is accurate. He is definitely ugly. Thanks for the 33 months, Press Pick. I appreciate it. Welcome back. Alright, almost back to where we died. Gonna try and keep the shield up when we're attacking him. And keep our health total up. Come on, buddy. Come get some.
Not good.
Alright, so he gets a little bit tired, and that's when we go in. Got it. I think that's the play pattern I was missing last time. Alright, there we go. Jacob, you can't be in here for this game. If you need help, please go ask your mom. Can't be in here for this one, Jacob. Thank you. Magic the Gathering is not worth playing, in my opinion, Shuniro. If you're looking to get into a card game, I'd highly recommend Riot's Legends of Runeterra. I think it's a much better game than Magic the Gathering. And if you're interested in learning how to play Legends of Runeterra, I have a how to get started video here I'd recommend checking out. Get burned up, buddy. Oh, yeah! With his own weapon. Get him. Make sure Jacob's not in here. Crunch. Oh! Can I explain my point? You can watch this video here. But basically, Wizards of the Coast manages their game very poorly, and the way they treat their player base is terrible, and their product's very predatory and cash grabby, and the quality overall of their gameplay and design has gone down dramatically over the course of the last couple of years as they seek to maximize profits as opposed to maximizing gameplay experience.
We did it.
Barely. How'd it go down there?
I slew only 2 of the crones. The third fled with Vesemir's medallion. My sole memento.
We got lucky this time. Hope it stays with us.
It's not luck. You're a professional killer. And I'm a chip off the old block. Now to find Eredin and kill him. Anorin, for your thoughts?
Wondering what to tell Yennefer when we get to Novigrad.
Tell her the truth. Always. I
Yeah.
wonder if Triss and Yennefer have
The
found
people in
some
charge
justice.
of Magic had the goal to double profits every year from 2018 to 2023, so they've made a ton of incredibly short-sighted decisions to maximize profits in the short term while burning long-term player
Let's get going.
Player trust.
Thank you.
They're
for coming with me.
cashing in on their 2.5 decades worth of player base trust. They'll slowly burn them off more and more, I think. Correct. They're making more money than they've ever made. Their game is more profitable than it's ever been. They are fleecing their customers for a lot.
Go.
The oak is dead.
The oak, the crones. I fear that was your last feast.
What of our acorns?
Don't know, don't care.
You must learn to live without them.
This is no longer no man's land. It's no longer the lady's land. It's all yours.
But what are we to do?
Come, Geralt. It's time.
Manage on your own.
Riot, on the other hand, with Legends of Runeterra, they've made a ton of great decisions. Basically, all of the things I've spent the last half a decade wishing Wizards would do, Riot is doing them. And they're a really great software company, and they treat their player base well. It's refreshingly different, and the core gameplay is excellent. There is not Bun Bun. You can link your Riot account to both, and you have your collection between the two of them. Is this the right video? Let me see.
Then non-humans.
Yeah, that video is great.
Hunters and the Temple Guard were after.
That video is great. Still holds true months later.
Hatred and prejudice will never be eradicated, and witch hunts will never be about witches. To have a scapegoat, that's the key. Humans always fear the alien, the odd. Once the mages had left Novigrad, folk turned their anger against the other races. And as they have for ages, branded their neighbors their greatest foes.
Yeah, I have no interest in Limited. Magic's Limited has never been very interesting because it's incredibly low-powered cards. They print so much pack filler.
With guests. Geralt! Ciri! When I learned Geralt had found you...
Glad to see you in one piece too, Dandelion.
Where have you two been?
Yeah, it just makes for less interesting, less engaging gameplay, in my opinion. The average board state's really dry, and there's less meaningful decisions.
Just finished hunting down the crones of Velen and a general of the Wild Hunt.
Well, you've had a busy morning then, haven't you?
In fact, you look terrible. Like you could really use some rest.
Gladly take some. Point me to a room.
Of course. Come on, little swallow. I'll take you.
Let's meet later, Geralt. I've a little matter to resolve. I'll freshen up, then await you in the square in Gildorf.
Yeah, right. Big agree with that, Headhunter. Your things just sit there and stare at each other across the board because of how double blocking works in Magic and how damage is removed at the end of turn. I love that Runeterra doesn't have that. It makes the combat in Runeterra more interesting and have more meaningful decisions without getting into these like garbage long game states. Yeah, we're in cat school gear for our Witcher.
Anyone here besides us? Lodge of Sorceresses. Triss and Yen were supposed to gather the remnants.
They're working on it. Triss is upstairs, waiting for you. Yennefer's gone to Crippled Kate's.
Yen? At that portside dive? Why?
Didn't inform me. Imagine that. Ah, and that elf of yours moved into the Ruby Suite. Told me to tell you he's waiting too.
Gave him your best room?
He didn't exactly ask. I prepared another room for him, but he blew past me and locked himself in the Ruby. Hasn't peeked out since. Barely eats, drinks only water, and the only thing I've heard
Hey,
from him
Roku,
is,
thanks for the 17 months.
"I wish
Welcome
to
back.
know when Gwynblade and Zuriel arrive."
Thanks. Looks like I'll have my hands full.
Yeah, couldn't agree more, Obtuse Hobbit. Almost everything I dislike about Magic's Limited, it can be drawn back to the,
Black ones, Medallions.
Triss is above, he's below. Where do we go down at?
What's the hurry, my queen?
We gotta go up to go down? Oh, both are up? Let's talk to Triss first.
Greetings, Triss.
Have you lost your mind? You went after Imlerith by yourselves? To the Sabbath? How could you put Ciri in danger?
Ciri had to do it. I couldn't let her go alone. You'd have done the same in my boots. Besides, I was there the whole time. Had the situation under control.
Yeah, we only died once, Triss. Lay off.
Mind if we change the subject? Past burning pyres on the way into town. Non-humans on them.
We did not, Tom.
Things grow worse by the day. No mages left in the city, so the hunters had to find someone else to victimize. We need to resolve everything as quickly as possible and leave Novigrad.
Yep. Big agree, Violet.
Any success with the lodge? Anyone out there willing to help?
It doesn't look good. Ida outright refused, while Francesca won't budge from her little realm with a war raging. We don't know about Fringilla. Haven't been able to contact her.
And the others? Kira? Margarita? Philippa?
Kira? I thought you, of all people, would know.
Few can refuse a sorceress. And Kira Metz certainly had her ways. But when she demanded the Mage Alexander's notes, I had to turn her down. Kira needed that, as she needed the impetus to start anew. She found it where she least expected to. Years later, known for discovering the cure for the Catriona plague, she was thankful none remembered her time in hiding as a village witch. I've seen worse matches. Hope things work out for them.
I hope they work out for us, and we actually find Philippa and Rita.
We will. We have to.
I'll rest easier when they're both here, with us.
Know where they are?
Yennefer's looking into Rita's whereabouts. I have to figure out where Philippa is.
So, learn anything?
A few things that could be interesting. Prefer the long version or the short?
Tell me everything. I want the details.
After fleeing Loch Muin, Philippa ended up here in Novigrad. She sought help from her former lover, the sorcerer Arthur de Vlister.
Philippa and a former lover? Something tells me happily ever after is not how that story ends.
Philippa had made a fool of him once. Arthur was out for revenge. He convinced her she'd be safest as an owl. She transformed, and he placed a Dimeridian band on her leg. The mage hunt started shortly afterwards. Sadly, Arthur fell victim. They auctioned off his estate. Just so happened a certain dwarven acquaintance of ours stumbled on the auction.
Zoltan. Huh. So Philippa was here under our noses the whole time?
Was, precisely. Zoltan lost her in a card game a few days ago.
Yep, that's Zoltan for you.
A man showed up here, fleeced Zoltan bare, then proposed they play for the owl. Naturally, he won, then politely thanked Zoltan for the game and left.
Who was it? Know where he lives?
He's not from here. No one knows him.
Great. We got any leads?
We have this.
That Philippa the Owl's feather? Thinking divination.
Specifically hydromancy, and a form of sortilege. We need a fountain where we won't be disturbed.
One outside the Passiflora could work.
Good idea. Let's go.
Well, they play Gwent in this universe. Using the fast travel prompts is great.
We're here.
Nice and quiet. Shouldn't be any disturbances.
Let's begin. Observe the water's surface carefully. Can't let anything go unnoticed. Graham et thuir, Robert Michele, Alfelte. Graham et thuir, de agnis kerle, es pirshena a et clays.
Looks familiar. The bathhouse. I know the place. Dijkstra. He has her at his bathhouse. Might have guessed as much.
Dijkstra's not our biggest fan in this playthrough, chat.
Was that the past or the future?
The recent past. We have to hurry.
Let's go to the bathhouse. Might not be too late.
Come on.
Dijkstra's got big mob boss energy.
I hope we get there in time. I hope Dijkstra hasn't already hurt her.
The possibilities are many. Could be Dijkstra that got hurt.
Not likely. Dijkstra never forgave her for sending assassins after him. And Philip is weakened, no doubt about it.
Weakened, maybe, but still a powerful sorceress. If Dijkstra's men take the Dimeridium off, Philippa will kill them before they can say, oh shit.
Stay out of my way.
Your kind spreads disease, defeatism, and desertion.
Disease, defeatism, and desertion. Ah, good old classic racism.
Watch out!
Guess they underestimated Philippa.
You were right. This is strong
Surrender! This place is a maze, witch! You'll never get out! Goddamn fools! After her!
We'll handle this.
Oh no, no, no! The sorceress stays here!
We're going together.
Not a chance.
It's fine, Geralt. I'll stay, in case she tries to flee this way.
Fine. Be right back. Damn, she cast a spell on them. Damn.
That's it, you're in for it!
Damn it, Geralt.
Not good.
I am your master now. Protect me under Stand here and let no one pass.
Ooh, that was close, Jet.
That's it, you're done!
Must go.
Thank goodness for the food perk. Because one is not none, yep. Are you gonna have to kill the troll? I liked Bart.
Witcher, no, past go. Bertie, birdie, no, say.
Damn it, cast a spell on him too. She's hurt. Did you see that? I want to help her.
Birdie, no, past go, say. But no, let past go.
Ever had a stomach ache?
Ache? Aye. But once old Drowner ate.
Her stomach aches like she just ate 100 old drowners.
But no want. Drowner make egg very bad.
Let me pass. I can help her.
But let past go.
Good, I like Bart.
Witcher help.
Witcher help.
I want to help you.
Help me die? Don't hold your breath.
I'm not out to hurt you.
Bollocks!
Sewer bread, best bread, chat.
You will not take me.
I want to help you.
Ha! Forgive me, but I just don't believe you.
Well then.
Gotta be kidding me.
What's happened? So quiet all of a sudden.
How do we get up? Hello, baby girl.
No!
Am I missing the way up? Hello, baby girl. You having a nice afternoon with your mother? I just have to jump it? Cool, you can make the jump.
Stop squirming. If I wanted to kill you, you'd be long dead by now.
What do you want? To torment me? To watch others do so?
I need your help.
Betray me, and I will.
Relax. Not planning on it. Triss is outside. She'll explain everything.
Deepest apologies. but the lady will come with me.
Dijkstra, I don't have time for this. Get out of my way.
I've no quarrel with you, Geralt, but Phil and I have lots to talk about. Remember the assassins you sent after me, darling Phil? A grave error. Such matters ought to be handled personally, as I will now demonstrate.
Let's go with this one.
Not gonna demonstrate a damn thing. I need her.
And I don't give a flying fuck. I've awaited this moment forever, so, very sorry, but I care as much about your plans as I do about the snows of Mahakam. Philippa will come with me, and answer for all the courtesies she's paying me.
Always knew the value of information, Dijkstra.
Which is why I don't believe you have anything I don't already know.
The Emperor of Nilfgaard wasn't able to sway the Trade Corporation.
Opposition nibbling at his arse, eh? Seems the White Flame won't dance on the graves of his foes much longer.
His daughter has returned. The Emperor wants to abdicate, give her the throne.
Cirilla? Impossible. This could shift the tide of war. Provided, of course, you're not mistaken.
Yeah, it's worth checking out Runeterra. Bun. I'm in a fortunate position that I can afford to give up some income to play other games that I like more. If you're interested in getting into Runeterra, this is my intro video here. The best place to start for sure. If you have any other questions, feel free to ask them in chat. I do Runeterra stuff most days of the week.
Emperor himself told me. So, information's firsthand.
Emir's a lying whore.
When it comes to his daughter's future, doubt it.
You've no idea of the importance of this information. A change on the Imperial throne could bring the war to an end. Radovid's sure to be delighted. If Emir sounds the retreat, there'll be no force left that could possibly stop that madman, especially in light of our bloody aborted plan.
You didn't actually believe you could do it. Radovid's crazy, but he's no idiot. Knows all too well there are dozens out there who'd...
Silence. Do I understand you correctly? You want to kill Radovid? Well, Siggy, I am impressed. Doubted you still had it in you, frankly. Sadly, as you well know, Radovid has sought refuge on his boat. He's guarded so closely, I'd not be at all surprised to learn he shares his bed each night with 2 sentries.
You know too much, Phil. Yet one more reason why you must die.
Dijkstra, Philippa's not gonna die. We're done discussing that. Forget about it.
Situation's changed, Witcher. She's in a position now to foil my plans.
Do you really think I will run to warn the man who gouged my eyes out?
Think you might want to hear her out. Dare say Philippa despises Radovid at least as much as you do.
I'm content someone apart from myself has finally gotten the idea to rid the world of the degenerate.
Save your praise for others. I couldn't give a shit.
Currently, only 2 individuals stand to draw Radovid off his boat. Emir and myself.
You'd agree to be the bait?
I fear you'd be hard-pressed to convince Emir to dangle himself as such.
Fat fucking chance. Geralt, I wouldn't trust this cunt to hard-boil my eggs.
Rightly so, I'm terrible with eggs. But think on this. Radovid hears that you've captured me. Will he not throw caution to the wind? Will he not jump at the chance to kill me, personally, with his bare hands?
Out of the question. Geralt, get her out of here before I burst her testicle. And then we must meet with our friends. I've leased a warehouse port side. Be sure to come.
Writing on Dijkstra's character really is something else.
Sorry to take so long, but I had to deal with the guards.
Hello, Triss.
Philip, are you alright?
I've been better.
I'll get you out of here.
Gonna be alright?
Yeah, thanks for your help.
$4 o'clock. Yeah, I should probably be a responsible adult. Be done for the afternoon. I'm gonna do my post-stream stuff and get some videos and stuff formatted still. So thanks everybody for hanging out. I really appreciate everybody dropping in today. If this is your first time dropping in for my Witcher 3 playthrough, the entirety start to finish is gonna end up on my YouTube channel. We're about 33 hours in after today, I believe. Planning to play through the main storyline as well as the 2 DLCs before I'm all done. I'm going to be taking tomorrow off, I'm pretty sure. I believe I'll be live Sunday. I'm going to check with the boss after I'm done today and figure out when she wants me to work and whatnot. But we'll be back with more Witcher at some time soon, as well as card games as well. Peace, folks. Everybody stay safe out there.